I thought, on the offensive end, we really tried to play a little bit more pick and roll against their 5-man in the second half. And I thought that our ball handlers made a lot of good reads. So a good team win, and on to Milwaukee.
It felt like John was able to get loose a lot early in the game, getting to the rim, on whether it was like on back cuts or just in pick and roll. Why was that working so effectively?
They guarded him with the 5, and I thought John did a really good job of mixing in setting screens and slipping and using his speed. John's a really dynamic athlete as a roller, and there were some times where he was able to get behind, that 5-man defender by using his speed and slipping out. That stuff is because of John. It's also because of the pace, the ball handler. Colin, Jordan, some of those guys did a good job of keeping their defender on their back. And so it was a good game for John. We're looking for opportunities to involve him as a roller when we can. Not every team guards him and drop. Some teams will switch his pick and rolls. So tonight was a good game for John. Nice to see him catch a little bit of a rhythm. John's been working really hard, adjusting to a new role, a new team. And so nights like this make you feel good for him because he really does work hard, doesn't make excuses. He's dealt with some tough moments. He's dealt with having, at times, less minutes than he's used to based on what happens in a game. But he's really mature and has been a great presence in our locker room. So, obviously happy that he had a good game tonight.
You mentioned that with Embiid out, it's an opportunity to kind of attack the rim. You get 72 points in the paint. What was working so well? I guess, where did you see the opportunities to kind of make that happen, to kind of capitalize on what they were doing?
Yeah, a big part of it was, playing pick and roll versus the 5, and trying to create some indecision for their defense where they had to either pull in off the weak side, or we were able to play with the roller. They do a very, very good job of making their first help. When we kicked the ball out, they did a great job of not letting us shoot a ton of early catch-and-shoot threes in our possessions, but I thought our guys continued to make quick decisions, catch and drive, get downhill. Guys like Colin, JC are so dynamic as drivers that we also had certain lineups where we could space the floor a little bit more. It was a combination of a bunch of things tonight. I think, mostly it comes down to the team executing